the House of Thoughts,
where the drag is hot and we have thoughts.
My name is Sabrina.
I'm Zena.
And today we are diving into All Stars 10, Episode 7. It's the first episode of the final bracket.
It's the purple bracket.
Oh my gosh, let's get into it.
Come on now.
Woo! Yeah. Oh my gosh. Michelle Side Pony, Mimi Visage Side Pony is giving it to me right now.
Yeah, just the pure collection of sportscaster looks that we've been treated to, that we've been subjected to.
Oh my god. Well, first up on the runway is Denali.
Yes, the Ice Queen.
Okay, I live for her makeup that it's giving the like ice skates, you know? Also her earrings.
Yeah, her
are
earrings
giving
look like the blade of the ice skate.
Yes.
The boots are amazing.
The boots with the skate on the bottom is fantastic.
Yeah,
she
absolutely.
is like oiled up. I don't know, like I can't really quite put my finger on it. Like what I'm not loving about this look. I'm not sure. It's either the like maybe lack of padding and pantyhose, although that body is so right, or I can't tell if it's like the little wig line, that the like half bang.
Oh yeah.
I'm not I can't put my finger on it.
To be fair, I don't feel like I can come for a girl with the asymmetrical bob today, particularly. Girl,
oh my god,
I've set myself up.
But her look is really pretty. I love the like feather boa of it.
Yeah, the fluffy coat,
freaking boots.
I love it. I think it's totally elevated for Denali.
Also obsessed with this top that
Ooh,
she's wearing.
The like
the
corsetry. Yes. I'm soaking it up. Let's do it.
Yes. Also, I really am living for her confessional look. That shirt is like
oh, I love
really
that.
cool.
It's like
it's really visually appealing. I'm here for it.
Denali is very visually appealing.
I see you.
Next up on the runway, we have Acid Betty.
I'm loving this like neon headpiece with the elf ears.
Yeah. It's always giving like Godzilla drags. In a good way.
I was getting this kind of like neon Baphomet type headpiece kind of thing too.
Axolotl tendrils.
I like that too.
That's what I'm seeing.
And I'm loving this little like tuft of hair in the confessional look. The little tuft of blue hair.
the little frohawk.
I'm really excited to see her back though, because like conceptually she's so stunning.
I live
and
for Acid Betty.
interesting.
Yeah, I've always lived for Acid Betty. Yes. I love a creative queen. I love someone showing us something that's just totally different and out of the ordinary.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really weird, but I'm here for it. I
the
think that's
headpiece
the point.
was definitely the highlight of the look. But ooh, girl.
Yeah.
Love it.
Acid Betty, fierce.
Next up to the stage is Alyssa Hunter. This look is really good.
Yeah.
This is symmetrical. The dangly on the leg piece is like
all of that cording, kind of hanging, and all the movement. That's
I really
good.
love the hair. The way the hair is like moving too, like it's slicked back.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm into that style of wigs that the queens have been doing lately. The pointy, freaking gelled up, sculptural things. I think that's awesome. Alyssa Hunter, otherwise known as AKA the trade of the season.
The trade of the season. The trade shirt with the
giant
A.
DE.
Trod. She makes lemonades with lemons.
Yeah. Okay, but she's wearing the same earrings as Denali. Did you notice that?
Oh my god! Wait.
So okay,
those are literally exactly the same.
So now I have questions. I was really impressed by Denali's earrings because I thought that they looked like ice skate blades. But now I'm wondering, because Alyssa's wearing the same ones, did she borrow her earrings? Or were they like
no? They probably had it on the wall,
in the workroom for them to get ready with.
Probably that.
They provided accessories. I don't know. I feel like it's a little thing to get hung up on. But I have questions about the availability or non-availability of the accessories.
Of the accessories.
Yeah.
We have questions.
Yeah, I have questions about that.
Next up to the stage, we have Miss Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Miss Cuckoo herself.
What do you think about this look?
All right, at first, I want to love it because it's like this Queen of Hearts, eleganza, this big red, like organza fabric is really beautiful. But the first thing I notice is lopsided beehive, and then there's something amiss in the chesticle area, the chesticle stomach area.
I do love the frilly neck piece.
Yeah, that fan
And
collar is cool.
The top is really cool and the bottom's really cool, but like that middle
I think
part is a
literally-
little bit congested.
I agree. I think literally if all that ruffliness was confined to maybe just like a big bell sleeve shoulder, like big.
Still
And-
with the cards and the rhinestones and all that.
And then something more fitted here, like more like
Yes,
some
show me
kind of
that- show me
sweetheart
that
neckline.
shape.
Give us some cleavage. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love her.
I agree with you.
I love her. She radiates such a good energy and vibe.
She's so funny.
She's hilarious, of course. But I don't know. This is a little messy mess.
Yeah,
for
I mean
me.
the bottom is gorgeous. Her makeup and the contacts
Yeah.
are so pretty too.
Yeah, the makeup is stunning.
Yeah, it's just the middle ribbon
I'm
bit
confused
that I
by.
don't get.
I'm
But I don't
confused by it.
mind the different suits
And the
of
undergarments like
cards.
showing a little bit. I don't know.
I didn't clock that.
I don't know.
Okay. Next up to the stage is the one and only Miss Diabetes.
Yes, Diabetica.
I can tell you live for her.
I don't know what you're talking about. No,
She is looking so fierce here.
I love this alternative girl, this spiky, like all of it is just so like refined and put together. I live for her.
Yes. I think she is coming back with a vengeance, as she did the first time when she really put the pedal to the metal there. I think she is smart and she's here to compete, and I cannot wait to see her and Irene go up against each other.
I want it. I want it so bad. I want it so bad.
So she has like the punk headphones, has the fun, really, spiky hair going on.
It's so cool.
And I love the boots with the Converse,
The fake
high
Converse,
top Converse
boots and like the little scene kid furry tail. You know what? She's like the scene girl of my like teenage dreams. I think I'm realizing things. Yeah, and can we talk about the bottle?
Oh my God. I was wondering
bitch
if it
broke a
was
bottle?
like a regular glass bottle or if it was one of the stage
I'm sure
bottles.
it was like a stage bottle. That's
I
that
was
type
even
of-
like, could it have been like sugar? Because they make like bottles made
girl,
of
that's
sugar,
dangerous
so
for
you
her.
can
She
shatter.
can't be doing that. She can't have it. She can't have sugar.
Ding dong, Avon calling. It's Ginger Minge.
The glamour toad herself.
She is here to sell your house and sell it fast.
Oh my gosh. It does give real estate agent, but like in like Beetlejuice or something.
That's why it kind of made me think of like the Avon lady from Edward Scissorhands.
Yes. Yeah, she fits in with that totally. Totally. How do you feel about this look?
I think that the hair, fierce, exactly what
It's
we expect
laid.
from Ginger. It's
Yep,
laid.
yep.
It's polished. The look, head to toe, and the bag incorporated, polished, glam. Again, exactly what I have come to expect from Ginger Minge, especially at this point in All Stars.
Yeah, I like it's well tailored. It's well tailored. It's almost like it's so ugly, it's good. It's
Oh my God.
but like, as a Florida girl myself, like I see this. I see
get
the
it, but-
gator skin.
She has her own, like, that is just authentically Ginger Minge. That's like her brand, her camp, her,
Oh, yeah, I dig-
She's
I
a
dig
little
it.
bit like, it's a little bit elevated and mature looking. You know what I'm saying?
You just called her old.
So the girls find out that their maxi challenge this week is working in pairs, and they will be creating characters and storylines for a Wicked for Good challenge. So there's a good witch and a bad witch, and they get to choose their partner, and they need to choose someone that they consider a frenemy.
Yes, and they will be designing original, contrasting character looks
And concepts.
and writing a backstory.
Yes. Interesting.
So, teams, I smell a rig.
You said rigomoris.
I smell a rig.
They're pulling a stunt.
They're pulling stunt shows and shenanigans.
And
at the
really,
gig.
especially on the first challenge, too, it's
just quite different from anything that the other brackets had to do in their very first week, right?
I agree. Absolutely.
Also kind of interesting. It kind of gives each girl almost like this built-in alliance with their partner were they to fall into the bottom, knowing what we know about the distribution of the MVQ points.
Right. And especially, I don't know, we saw each bracket before them did end up making an alliance of some sort. Every person had an alliance of some sort.
Yes, this is very much a friends and connections type of all-star season and game. So the girls are de-dragging in the workroom and catching up. It's a lot of happy reunions, a lot of hugging.
Yes.
Yes, which we love to see. And getting some vibes from the girls already.
Yeah.
It already seems like Alyssa, Hunter, and Diabetti have some history from being on the same season together.
Right.
And they do almost match the definition of frenemies, seeing as how Dia called Alyssa out several times on the season, and also at the reunion when Alyssa called her a
you
bitch.
the bitch. You the bitch. So they could potentially be partners.
Yeah, Alyssa says that she thinks that Dia's changed. So that could be interesting.
And Alyssa, Hunter, and Ginger Minch have never met before, so they're meeting for the first time.
True. We do also see Acid and Cynthia have a pretty good connection from being on the same season together. Also, Acid Betty was someone who visited and supported Cynthia a lot through her health struggles with liver cancer, amongst other things. So we see that her and Acid may be a possible pair, but even without that, they do seem to be pretty close and have a genuine love for each other, which is awesome.
Yes. Well, it doesn't quite match the frenemies category, but also it's worth mentioning that apparently Acid also told Ginger Minge, saved her life.
They were on tour together, and Ginger was having some sort of health incident and was actually suffering from internal bleeding.
Oh my God, and she wasn't going to go to the hospital.
No, she was like, bandage me up, we're going to go on to the next show. And Acid said, no, we got to go to the hospital right now. And, Ginger later found out that
it was actually serious.
Pretty much saved her life. It was very serious.
Damn, all right, Acid.
Acid out here saving
girl.
lives.
Saving lives, helping the girls. What? Saving the dolls. I love it.
So I love her for that alone.
Yes.
She seems like just a really kind, caring person.
Also, Dia and Ginger seem to be vibing and having a fun time kikiing.
Ooh, yes. Can we talk about Acid looking like Dobby in the workroom?
Oh my God, with just the elf ears on. Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, and later in the workroom, the girls are discussing who they want their partner to be, but I need to mention Acid Betty's jacket. It's giving me Monsters Kink.
What is this furry, creature?
I'm obsessed with it.
I kind of love it.
One.
And also, can we talk about how, everybody wants to be with Acid?
Yes, she is very surprised. So Ginger says that she doesn't sew and that she wants to pair with someone who does.
Yeah.
Cynthia says she wants to work with Acid Betty, maybe Alyssa too. Alyssa says she wants to work with Dia and thinks that they'd be a good team because of their past, together.
Yeah. Dia swerves her though. Totally swerves her and says that she's instead interested in working with Acid Betty or Ginger Minch.
Yeah, Alyssa's a little shaded by that.
Yeah. She was like, oh.
And Ginger says she wants to work with one of the Bettys as well, with Dia or Acid. because she really likes their style. So, I mean, Acid is like, oh my God, I'm not used to everyone wanting to work with me.
Yes. Hey, I can see why, though. She's super talented. She's very creative. It is a design challenge where they're asking them to sort of think outside the box and create characters in these looks.
Yes.
So I get it. I would go for her, too. But it sort of places them in front already as potential front runners.
Yeah, honestly. So the girls decide that it's going to be Acid Betty and Denali because that's who Acid said she wanted to work with. Alyssa and Cynthia and Ginger and Daya.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, I kind of feel like Alyssa and Cynthia just kind of got like
kind of
grouped together.
Yeah.
Like the whole reason that Acid says she didn't want to work with Cynthia is because they're like not they're sisters. They're not
they're
enemies.
too close.
That they're sisters.
I don't know. I don't want to go there, but I don't know. Do you feel that?
I mean, a little bit, honestly.
I don't know.
I don't think that it was like a necessarily like intentional thing on the other girl's part, but I did think that it was kind of like
it's the way that that this has been set up this week.
I think
I don't
so
know.
too, and I think that there is like kind of something to be said about the two non-native English speakers this season being on the same bracket together.
I think Alyssa, especially, I am excited to see because although she doesn't sew, she does say that she's very into designing and she designs all of her looks. So I'm really hoping that maybe she can bring some of that polish into Cynthia's like cuckoo crazy over the topness and like maybe we'll get something like cool going on here.
So Ginger is a storyteller and Daya Betty is a sewer. So this should be nice.
A nice
for them.
match, yeah.
Ginger says that she wants to be the like wicked part and says that Daya should be the nice girl. And Daya's like, let's play to our strengths. Like, let's play to our strengths. Let's do what you know, we do well.
I think that's smart.
I think so too.
I think that's smart, honestly.
Although I could see both of them being able to pull off, you know, each.
I'm sure that
I don't want to see Daya being like the cute, nice girl. I want to see what she's doing now and is like punk.
Exactly, especially for the first week. We're getting introduced back into where all of these girls are currently with their style. So I kind of agree with that. Ginger Minge kind of lets that go without too much pushback and just says, okay, let's do what we're good at.
And then we have Denali and Acid, who are doing their best. We know Acid sews. Denali learned how to make a gown before she came here, and that's kind of what she said that she can make, which, like, props to her for learning how to make a gown before she came here.
At least know how to make, like, one thing that works for you.
Right, yes. She came prepared enough, and she has Acid to kind of lean on for some of that. What she doesn't have her to lean on is solidifying some ideas here.
Okay, so Acid is very like this like chaotic creative energy and she just keeps throwing out all these ideas. She's like, what if we do stars and galaxies, fire and ice, water and ice, like frogs and toads. Like
she said, let's do fish. She's like, what does that even mean?
Fish? I think that Denali is not as like cerebral like as maybe Acid is. Acid could have used somebody that could have maybe harnessed that
grounded it and put it into
more.
One kind of thing.
Yes, who could like go with the flow of just how quickly her brain is going when she's trying to brainstorm.
But at least for Denali, it's not a makeover challenge.
Oh God.
And RuPaul comes in wearing this incredible plaid suit. I'm obsessed with this suit.
It's giving Christmas. It's like it feels very warm winter.
She's a Slytherin.
Oh, she is though.
She's Scorpionic. It's giving Slytherin.
Yeah, from the intellectual property that must not be named.
I'm kind of already thinking that Ginger and Daya Betty are going to be the top 2 this week, and then the bottom 4 are going to give their stars to their partner. And
Yeah.
honestly, Denali seems to have already figured out how the show is going to work. She said, I think if there's 4 stars and there's going to be 4 bottom people, I think we all get a star to give out to somebody.
Yeah, she said that makes sense. Yeah. So
Denali is like the only one thinking here because
Right?
out of the last, let's see, 6 weeks, we've had one person figure it out at the get-go.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
The girls in the workroom the next day come back in, and Acid said that she knows Denali made a lot of progress on her outfit last night and slept like a baby because she was up all night writing the script and not working on her outfit, even though she wanted to. So
Acid is totally giving the energy of the one who in the group project who had to
do all the work.
ass, and do all the work.
And Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande come up into the workroom to
Yes.
gas the girls up a little bit. I feel like there's something so shady about sending all the celebrities in to meet the girls when they're like half painted and they look like this.
When they're half baked, it's really rotted.
If I looked glamorous all the time and you caught me with like half an eyebrow on to meet a celebrity and I like couldn't get a good picture and I looked crazy,
I'll
I'd
assume
be,
you
like,
hate me.
sad.
Yes, absolutely.
And Ginger Minj has her little her little eureka moment, crying,
I know.
meeting.
I was like, go hug her. Go love her.
All right, we have RuPaul hitting the runway in this polka dotted.
It's giving me this like Japanese pop artist, Yayoi Kurosama, I think her name
Okay.
is, but she did all of this art with polka dots and specifically like red polka dots.
Okay.
And a lot of like mod kind of like reflectiveness. That's what this is giving
Love
for
it.
me. I don't know if that's intentional by Ru or not.
Also, I feel like it is shady to have La Roche here for this first challenge. That's a DIY gown.
Yeah, was he here for any of the other brackets?
I don't think so. No, we haven't seen La Roche since season 17.
Girl, we know that he's not gonna hold back.
He's gonna eat them up.
Right, eat them alive.
Also, I believe that they had like one day to do this
I'm sure. Yeah.
because until we saw like the next day in the workroom being them getting ready for this challenge today, that was all in one day.
Oh yeah. It was like 12 hours, something like that.
crazy.
And then I'm sure some of them went back to the hotel and kept working.
Yeah.
So
All right, well, first hitting the stage is Ginger Minj and Diabetti.
yes.
I like these looks. These are cute.
Yeah, Ginger looks really cute in this like ruffly gown. I love the hair, of course.
And Diabetti has a really nice like contrast to her. They're around the same theme. It is interesting that they chose to be the same color, considering typically it's contrasting colors.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
that may also serve them in standing out as a team in this
Right,
challenge.
because in their storyline they are twin sisters.
Yes.
Which is funny. No, but I love Daya in that feathered little wig. I love the long villainous coat, and Ginger's given us
We always know that Ginger's going to serve us the character in the fantasy.
yes,
you know.
the camp glamour.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, next up is Cynthia Lee Fontaine and Alyssa Hunter.
Yes, giving us sort of a hot and cold, like fire
Yes.
and water.
So the silhouettes are stunning.
Are really cool.
They're and her Alyssa Hunter's hair and this
And the makeup?
this hairpiece, the makeup. Cynthia Lee Fontaine's makeup looks gorgeous too.
She looks like a good witch.
It's really pretty, but I mean you can see the cardboard and the hot glue.
It's a little crafty, mama. Little crafty.
Yeah, it's a little.
Not that
again,
it's not
they had a day
impressive.
to make this.
Right, not that it's not
like
impressive.
they had
still.
one day to make this.
Yeah, I do love the contrast of the Alyssa's bright red and Cynthia in this cool blue. I think
Yes.
that the visual contrast is there from afar.
Agreed.
It's just the little details of things that still look a little crafty. But
yeah.
hey, I don't know that, I couldn't do that in that amount of time. So So next we have Acid and Denali.
Yes.
In another hot and cold look. Acid is the fiery bad witch, and Denali in this like really, I think it's adorable kind of little ice queen look. What do you think?
I am first up. I am obsessed with Acid Betty's hair in this. The mohawk is like stunning.
The flame.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that it's just really, the top is just so freaking cool. It's beautifully constructed, and I like that the top of Denali's has this like watery sort of movement to it,
Yes.
where Acid's is like the sharp.
Yeah, like the flames. I do like that. They said that they were taking their inspiration from Schiaparelli
Yes.
with these, big shoulder and chest pieces.
Now, for me, I think I do understand why Denali wanted to do like a Greek goddess type Hades and, Grecian, because she is giving me like that wig is very Grecian.
Yes.
And the shape of like the top too is kind of Grecian.
It's another one where the visual contrast is kind of there. I almost wish Denali's hair was a bit bigger, and there's something a little crafty still about it, but not as much as maybe Cynthia and Alyssa's was.
Yeah. I know that Denali is like, her whole brand is the Ice Queen, but I have to wonder, like, Denali out of drag is gorgeous, has the most beautiful, like, jet black hair that looks so complimentary on his skin tone that I wonder why she goes for the whites, because it's almost, if you have this dark black hair, the whites are even more stunning on you, especially with like her skin tone.
I wonder.
So I wonder if I don't know, I think that I would live for her in a darker wig.
Yeah, I would like to see it. We would like to see it. Her skin is gorgeous. Her complexion is really beautiful.
She's so freaking beautiful.
I know.
I'm like, I don't know exactly what it is that's not connecting
in the drag.
In the drag in my eyes.
Yeah.
So Ariana Grande says that her favorite, of course, is Denali and Acid because she is the iced coffee queen.
Shake that ice.
Shake that ice, honey.
Dum, 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 dum.
So Michelle and RuPaul both said that they could see like the cardboard and foam underneath Alyssa's and Cynthia's outfits.
Well, we all could. But the judges agree that they do look beautiful, and the concept is cool, and the silhouettes are cool in there. It's just a little bit crafty.
I would have been terrified if I were them, if I like turned the corner onto
And
the stage and La Roche was there.
No. I know. Especially for someone that is not a seamstress.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
Goop.
bricks.
Michelle did say that Alyssa and Cynthia were a little costumey too.
Yeah. But they like the story.
Right. I don't know how a look like this couldn't, or a challenge like this couldn't feel a little costumey,
Right. And it was kind of like loose as to what they were supposed to do. Were they supposed to do a costume? Were they supposed to do realism?
And honestly, I feel like Daya and Ginger's was funniest, but I feel like they were supposed to be like even funnier.
Yeah, I know. After each little like voiceover performance, I was like,
Okay.
was that good? Was that a good one? And I don't think it's their fault. I think it's like the way that this was set up.
Yeah.
This is a weird challenge.
Yeah.
Not that I disliked it. I liked some of the looks we got out of it.
Yeah, this was definitely an interesting one. Well, we do find out that our top two girls this week are Daya Betty and Ginger Minge.
Yes. Snaps.
I kind of expected, kind of exactly what I called.
Expected and kind of agree. Just given what was presented on the runway, from the performance to the looks themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So the top two have to lip sync to Defying Gravity from Wicked.
Yes, the original Broadway cast, the OGs.
We were saying just
Thank
live
God.
for Idina.
I love Idina Menzel.
Oh my God. Give me that good.
The way that it literally made Ariana Grande cry hearing that version of Defying Gravity.
Okay, I do think this is set up for Ginger. I don't know. I think this is her wheelhouse. Theater ballad, like
Yes, but also she is not a seamstress. Maybe that's why they did partners, to give her a seamstress that was.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, it's plausible deniability because, like, you know, she could have ended up with someone who didn't sew.
Right.
But
the first thing she said was, I'm going to choose someone who sews.
well, yeah, because she knew.
Yeah.
She knew how it had to go down here. Ginger changed into this like robe. And Daya didn't change for the lip sync.
I agree with Daya not changing, and I wonder what made Ginger change into this particularly for this song.
Yeah, it's like this crushed, like, I don't know.
Well, we do find out that Ginger Minge is the winner, which brings her up to 3 points and Daya Betty to 2 points.
Yes.
I do think that Ginger crushed it and was giving me all the emotion. Daya did a great job
Daya
too.
surprised me too.
Daya did a great job with the power ballad.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's a great performer. She brings a gritty, you know, energy to it and like a darkness. So I think they both did a good job, but this is totally Ginger's like bread and butter.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So the girls do find out that they are going to be giving away their MVQ point. So I think right off the bat, I think the girls are just going to give it to their partner.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have everybody at 1 point, Daya Betty with 2 and Ginger with 3.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how it goes next week.
Right.
Next week, it looks like we are having a Western musical challenge.
Oh boy.
Again, right up Ginger Minge's alley.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
But that was juicy. That was juicy. I really, my top guesses at the next bracket right now are definitely Ginger Minge and Daya Betty. And then I kind of can see either maybe, especially just after this first episode, maybe it being either Acid or Denali.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm still very impressed with especially Alyssa Hunter.
Alyssa. She brings the look. I mean, she really always looks stunning.
Honestly,
yeah.
So we'll have to see kind of how, especially next week goes in the Rusical, and see how Acid Betty does, and Alyssa Hunter. I'll definitely be watching.
Yeah, and see how these alliances and friendships and
shake out here.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have a little bit of tea to spill that's happened the last week.
Yes.
So first off, we already know that they have started filming and completed filming on Drag Race season 18, and they are currently just started filming the next season of All Stars, which is crazy. The fact that we're still watching this season and they're already filming the next season,
pumping them out.
But we love it. All right, we're here for the content.
Yes.
So. With that being said, there have been talks about whether or not there's going to be another All Stars All Winners that comes about. Specifically, Alaska's been talking about this recently. She was on Kelly Mantle's podcast and said that she is pretty sure that she is blacklisted from Drag Race, specifically after she started the podcast, The Mom Network, with Willem, who we notoriously know has been blacklisted from the show. So that is interesting. I certainly hope that that wouldn't keep her from an All Stars All Winners, because I do think that if anything, it's been helping grow the viewers. We'll see. But I do hope to see Alaska back.
If she wants to go back, I think that they should let her. I think that she's such a staple of the brand. Willem spoke a little bit about this as well, and said that she doesn't think that they should hold that necessarily against Alaska. If anything, it might be more of something about breaking her NDA way back when, during the All Stars 2 era.
Right. Yes, so she had come off of All Stars 2 and went back home to her boyfriend, who she told everything to, told him exactly how the show was going, and then they broke up and he put it on the internet.
Yeah. Shame.
Also discussing All Stars, this upcoming season that they are filming now, Willem spilled some tea that there was a queen who dropped out last minute because she got offered a TLC show. We had no idea if that was like the one that we're currently watching, so we didn't know if she was talking about like Metamorphosis or if she was talking about another queen who's coming up in All Stars. Though it was just announced that Utica Queen is going to be on Project Runway, which is so fierce for her.
Yeah, like makes sense.
If you've been watching this channel, you know that we are big Utica
stans.
Yes,
we actually did a feature on Utica and her awesome designs that she has sent many girls to Drag Race runways. And,
yes, whether it's Drag Race All Stars, or Drag Race Canada, we've seen her looks all across the board. She is an incredible fashion designer, and I am really glad. I think that it will introduce her to a whole new audience. And I think that it, as much as I would love to see her on Drag Race, I am love to see her on Project Runway, and I'll be watching. I'll watch. I'll tune in. Now at Roscoe's, we had Kerri, Colby, and Willem discussing some tea. We did find out that each bracket is filmed in 7 days from start to finish. So it took them 3 weeks to record what we've been watching over 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's quick.
That's crazy.
Really quick. Yeah.
Kerri was asked if she was mad about some of the Mistress drama that was unfolding, because there has been a little bit of tea with that. So her drag mom, Sasha Colby, unfollowed and blocked Mistress on Twitter.
Mistress said that she got her blocked too. Yeah. They blocked each other. They said, we don't want to know each other. We don't want to see each other.
And we know that Kerri and Mistress have made up, because Mistress had Kerri on Mistress Mondays on her YouTube channel. But at Roscoe's, when she was asked if she was mad about all that tea, she said that Mistress was just a man doing her big one. And the only part that she like was still kind of shaded about was the fact that in Untucked, Mistress sent Kerri to go comfort Nicole, who was
upset about a family issue.
And sent her to go comfort her, and then
so she could plan to backstab her behind her back. You know, like how you were backstabbing me behind my back.
Well, next week we are getting a hoedown throwdown.
Yes.
So get ready to throw down your hose down with the House of Thoughts.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Remember that we enjoy the tea. We like the drama. We like to watch. We don't make comments. We don't throw any hate. We send love and light and gorgeousness.
And you all should do the same.
Stay silly.
Yeah, stay silly. Have fun. It's Pride Month. Ooh. You know, it's the time to like lift each other up and like remember like what matters.
Well, thank you for joining us at the House of Thoughts.
Yes, if you enjoyed this, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Send this video to your favorite shady sister.
Yes.
Or good Judy.
Aww. We'll see you next time. Bye.